Hey everybody, welcome back to Somm Wine Club. I'm Sean, and this is Somm Wine. This is the 2021 Masseria Veli Torremossa Fiano. This is from Salento in the southern part of Puglia in the southeast of Italy. Puglia is basically the little tip of the heel in what's kind of the boot of Italy. And this area is pretty old, pretty ancient in terms of human population and occupation. So there's recorded human occupants back to the 6th millennia, and they have a winemaking tradition that stretches back to pre-Greeks and 3,000 years ago. This area was inhabited by the Misapi, which is translates to between two seas, because you have the Adriatic Sea on one side and the Ionian Sea on the other. And so this area has been a very important agricultural and living space for people for millennia. Masseria in Puglia is a large farm, so it's not dissimilar from basically sharecropping. So historically there were the kingdom of Naples and the kingdom of the Two Sicilies, which had dominion over this area, and farmers were in charge of taking care of the land, but they didn't really have a place to live and to congregate. And so the Masseria were built as a way to kind of house the people that were there to take care of the land. And this is an old tradition back to 1300s, 1400s, 1500s. Masseria Veli was in the 18th century, 19th century? In the 1800s. Was purchased by a renowned economist from Italy and used as an example for how these Masseria should function and how they could be incorporated into the economy and be productive and employ people. And it was meant to be a standard for other Masseria to emulate. Well, it fell into disrepair over time, and roughly 100 years later was reconstructed, repaired by a Tuscan family, and then again these things fall out of repair and they need to be reinvigorated. And so in 1999 it was purchased by the Falvo family from the formerly the owners of the Avignonesi winery in Tuscany, in Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. So they're the current owners of the winery and are really taking great strides to increase the quality of their production and become a flag standard, a hallmark for Puglian wines, for quality in a region that was typically known for kind of rustic bulk wines and local consumption, and not particularly interesting to the international market. But they have great indigenous varieties in Puglia: Primitivo, Negro Amaro, Fiano, even though Fiano is often known better on the other side of the Apennine Mountains in Campania with Fiano de Avellino. Fiano also grows in Puglia and is quite successful there in this kind of coastal windswept region. So Fiano is done all in stainless steel, aged, fermented on the lees a little bit, so you have that nuttiness, but it's all hand-harvested, farmed organically. And, whoa, so much texture and interest when this grape variety is treated carefully. Fiano is one of the grape varieties that is a great kind of alternative to an oak Chardonnay. It has width, it has roundness. It's really well suited to this kind of warm Mediterranean climate influenced by the sea. So you get kind of notes of ripe apple and pear, green pineapple, a little bit of kind of rounder, juicy fruit character, which means it can stand up to richer dishes too. There's no shortage of texture and interest here. It has a touch of bitterness, of like bitter almond, which gives your tongue and your mouth just a little bit of that tackiness, that kind of tannin in a white wine, where you notice that there's some grip and structure. And that makes this, like I said, an incredible food wine for slightly richer dishes. You can do seafood, you can do richer like sardines or bass or Mediterranean seafood. But you could also take this and do it with pork. You could do this with like grilled pork chops. You could do this with roast chicken. Basically anywhere that you could use a lighter bodied Chardonnay. You can also use Fiano. I think that the most interesting and delicious part of this is that this region is got so much to offer, and it's really only just kind of coming to the front of people's awareness in terms of great Italian wines. And with so many unique indigenous varieties in the region, there's a lot to discover and a lot to play with. I think this is delicious. I'm excited to share another unique Italian variety from a part of the country that we haven't explored yet from the wine club. I hope that this inspires you to go out and try more of Masseria Veli's wines and more wines from Puglia. They make some incredible stuff in the rest of their lineup with Primitivo and Negro Amaro if you want to try the reds. And this is just a great drinking wine. As temperatures start to warm up a little bit and we maybe want to get outside, this is a great patio sipper if you feel like braving the cold. Put on a sweater, have a beautiful glass of textured Southern Italian white. Warm you right up. I hope everyone enjoys. Thank you very much for letting me share these wines with you. I am excited to have the Masseria Veli as part of this month's wine club release, and I'm looking forward to sharing more wines with you next month. Thanks very much. We'll see you guys soon.